My name is Kenneth William Bryant. I've been in the renovating game for 18 years. An investor for 15. I have done a total of 36 renovations. I take homes that look like this and turn them into this. Welcome to Catapulting Change. Yo, what's up? It's your boy KB with Catapulting Change Academy. Hey, listen, it's time to live your life by design. It's time for you to wake up and win. I understand it's Wednesday. Look, things don't go as planned. I plan to do this call every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Here it is, almost 2 p.m. It does not matter. Listen, if it doesn't go as planned, it's time to get back on the saddle and make it happen. I'm here in the vehicle waiting for my wife as she's showing a house, and I got Benji with me. So I can make excuses about how, oh, the dog's with me, or I'm not in the office, or, I'm not able to do this, or I'm not able to do that. But no, I'm not making excuses. The only thing I'm doing is I'm going to continue to push. I'm going to continue to be consistent, and I'm going to continue to make it happen no matter what, guys. One of the biggest keys I've learned in life is this. When you develop an unbreakable mindset, when you develop the passion and the drive to be able to thrive, is when you will start to have the success you will desire. Why? Because you're not making excuses. You're not blaming your mom. You're not blaming your dad. You're not blaming your family. You're not blaming any circumstance or situation on why you're not doing certain things. So many people I talk to are constantly making excuses about, I don't have time for the gym, or I don't have time to start a business, or I don't have time to travel. No, you made a decision that you don't have time. You have time. I guarantee if each and every one of you looked at your phones and seen how much screen time you put in every single day, you would be absolutely sickened by it. You would then realize that you have an extra 4 to 6 hours of time every day if you really wanted to commit to your goals and your dreams. Now, my goal, my dream now is to teach and educate 5,000 entrepreneurs, people how to live their life by design. Why? Because most of us are living someone else's life. Most of us are building someone else's dreams. And look, the teamwork makes the dream work, right? So you're going to be collaborating with other people that have similar goals or dreams, right? And that's okay. But at the same time, you're working for yourself. You're building your dream lifestyle. And that could be whatever, guys. For example, maybe you get up at 5 a.m. like me, and you go and work out. So what I do is I actually get up at 4:30 a.m. I work out at 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Then from 6 a.m. to about 6:30, we take care of the chickens. We water the garden. We pick produce so we can have a fresh cooked breakfast. I go home. I then cook breakfast for me and my family, right? So my son, my wife, my brother-in-law, myself, and we use the ingredients from the land, right, to cook these things. And then after that, what I end up doing is I end up going back to work. I'm either doing estimates, I'm working on construction projects, or I'm working on my courses that I'm creating online. So I'm coming out with a bunch of courses, guys. Stay tuned, because I'm going to have some courses that cost $1 and some courses that cost $297, $5,000, $10,000. There's going to be a bunch of different options, but I'm literally going to take all my experience from the 23 years that I've been an entrepreneur, ran successful businesses, lost businesses, created awesome, successful businesses, sold real estate, flipped real estate, acquired rental properties. I've done pretty much everything that one person can think of. I also have cryptocurrency. I'm a technical analysis trader. So in my academy, I'm going to be teaching people how to live off the land. We're going to be teaching people how to learn skills that pays the bills. We're going to be helping people Understand entrepreneurship, how to live your life by design. That is the key, guys. When you get to the point where you live your life by design, is the moment that you become free and you do what you do because you love it. But we cannot make excuses about what day of the week it is. Who cares if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? I do what I do 7 days a week, period. And when you get to this point, this is when you will become successful. Why? Because you're consistent. But if you're not consistent, you're not going to get the results you desire because you have no discipline. You cannot expect success to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or any day that you desire. Success is a marathon. You have to continue to run the marathon. You have to continue to put in the work. You have to continue to work on yourself. And from there, you will become successful, guys. But if you do not have the discipline, if you do not have the structure, it's not going to happen for you. And you got to stop blaming other people. You got to get to the point where you take responsibility for every decision, every action that you've ever done so that you can become successful. Because once you develop that mindset, once you develop the ability to do it no matter what, even if you have no money, even if you have no support, even if you have no family, even if you have no food, you do what you do regardless. I'm here to tell you guys that I've been in situations where I had to eat boiled eggs and pretzels every day, right? And I'm not talking about every day for just a week. I'm talking about every day for a couple of years. Imagine that. You eat boiled eggs to fill you up, give you your protein. You eat pretzels to do the same because pretzels are so thick, it actually fills you up. And then I used to have a double cheeseburger on a Friday for a treat. So I know what it's like, guys. I grew up eating oodles and noodles, spam, hamburger helper. And look, at any given time, I can go back. But the difference now is I grow my own food. And because I grow my own food, guess what? I'm now in a position where I never ever have to worry about food or being able to eat because I'm always growing tomatoes. I'm always growing cucumbers. I'm always growing zucchini, watermelon, blueberry. Now, look, I know some of you are probably like, oh, but I live in a state that gets cold in the wintertime. Okay, fine. What I do is I have a greenhouse that is inside that allows you to grow your produce using LED lighting, grow lights, also ventilation fan, and of course, you have to implement water for a plant to really thrive. Now, once you understand the signs in your plants, for example, you might have some discoloration to the leaves. This may tell you that it needs more water. This may tell you that it's dying. This may tell you that it needs more nutrients or vitamins for the plant to thrive. It's a lot to it, but it takes consistent work, it takes consistent responsibility. And when you get to the point where you're consistent and every day after you plant that seed, you come and water it. You come and give it lights. You come and speak to it. You come and give it soil that it needs. You come and give it the nutrients that it needs to thrive. One day, you're going to see it sprout up through the soil. And when you see it sprout up through the soil, you're going to be blown away by the fact that you created something by being consistent, by being disciplined. And because you did that, one day it's going to get so tall that you'll be able to harvest those peppers, that corn, that cucumber, those tomatoes, all the things that you desire to eat or love. You can grow these things, guys. Everything that comes in a package is processed. So if it's in a plastic bag, it's been processed. Matter of fact, some of you think organic vegetables and fruits look good. No, if they look good, if a tomato is perfectly round, it is not organic. I'm here to tell you when a tomato has bumps and lumps and different things on it, this is organic. But most importantly, you know if it's organic because you're the one that planted that seed. You're the one that took care of that seed and produced it to harvest. It's the same thing in life, guys. So regardless if you desire to have a barber shop, a construction business, a lollipop business, you have to figure out your dots. You have to figure out what your skills are. You have to figure out what you're great at. And when you figure out what you're great at, I'm here to tell you that you can then create something bigger than you, something that can continue for every generation to come. And you can make it in a way where it works on automation, where all you're doing is collecting that mailbox money. That is the stage that I'm in now, guys. I'm creating systems and tools to allow me to do what I do, regardless if I'm healthy or I'm unhealthy or I'm gone and dead or I'm alive. The business will still thrive without me. So that's why I'm focusing on systems, automation, tools, teaching and educating so that I can do it on a larger scale. My goal is to educate 5,000 entrepreneurs by 2025. So far, I have a few hundred students right now. Not all of them are successful. This is the thing, guys. In order to be successful, you have to put in the work. You cannot blame someone's course, someone's education, to the reason why you're not successful. Because most of the time, what I've realized is it's that person doesn't implement, that person doesn't execute. See, a lot of people are reading books and then they move on from chapter one to chapter two, chapter three, all the way up to chapter five, but they haven't even executed yet. I'm here to tell you that you have to change that up. The moment you read chapter one, you need to execute. The moment you read chapter two, you need to execute. From execution, you develop those wins or those losses, but we're not going to look at anything as a loss. We're going to look at it as a learning lesson to become better at what we do, to become the best version of us. And when we look at those lessons, instead of looking at those as losses, we will then start to become successful because we have the mindset to keep pushing us through. What happens is most people say, I'm a loser, or most people say, I don't have the skills, or most people say, I don't have a green thumb, or most people say, I'm not worthy of a business. No, I need for you guys to change that up. Repeat after me. I will, I must, and I can. And say it like you mean it, guys. I will, I must, and I can. I will because my willpower is more powerful than any negative thought out there. I must because my family is depending on me and every generation after me. And I can simply because I say so, and that is what I will do. Watch me work. If you start to speak like this, guys, if you start to develop that unbreakable confidence, I assure you, you will gain the success that you're going after. But you have to believe it before anybody else will believe it. See, I come from nothing. I come from poverty. I come from selling drugs in the streets. I was facing 30 years in prison at 15 years old. Now, the point I'm getting at is this. We all have a story. We all have things that has happened throughout our life. I have a lot of stories. Like I have so many stories that I'm going to be sharing with the world. So many books that I'm going to be bringing to the marketplace that are educational biographies and some friction, some different type of things to offer to the marketplace because I'm very interested in writing because I learn so much as I write because it causes you to really think deeper. And what I realize is anything is possible, guys, if you put your mind to it, if you believe, but you have to believe it in a way where it will become true. For example, I'm going to give you guys an example right now. Before I ever did any real estate, before I did any construction projects, I was that guy standing up in the room introducing myself like this. My name is Kenneth Bryant with Catapult and Change. I renovate 15 to 30 properties every 3 months for a total of 120 per year. My goal is to teach and educate 16 to 25-year-olds, not just the skill and the trade, but how to become entrepreneurs. And when they become entrepreneurs, I will also teach them how to reinvest their money so that they can develop residual passive income. Look, when I said that for the first time in front of a group of investors, I never did one deal. I'm just being honest with you. And it's not about fake it till you make it. I wasn't faking it until I make it. I believed it before it happened. You see, fake it till you make it is a negative word. This is a word that negative people use when they see somebody with a Lamborghini or they see them with this money. Now, there are some people that are faking it before they make it, but that those people won't sustain success. You can't fake it till you make it. You have to believe it until you make it, but you don't go blowing your money or wasting your money on a Lamborghini and you only have $12 left over each month after you make that payment. That is a problem. But if you believe in something bigger than you, if you believe in something much larger than your whole family, then I'm here to tell you that eventually it will come true, but it's not going to happen overnight. And I think that is one of the biggest problems out there is most people want results now or tomorrow. Look, even my first business, I didn't have success up until the third or fourth year. It literally took me reinvesting my time, my efforts, and the resources that I was making over time to build that business. But I have figured it all out now. Do I still acquire issues and problems? Yes, I still make bad choices, but I don't look at it as a loss. I live by the 80-20 rule, guys. And as long as I'm winning 80% of the time and losing 20% of the time, I am perfectly fine with that. I don't expect to win 100% of the time. And that's some people's problems. They have this perception of I have to win all the time, or I'm angry, or I'm upset, or I'm going to cry to everybody. Look, when I lose, I don't look at it as a loss. I look at it as a lesson. But I guarantee you that same situation won't happen again. Now, if I never experience something that is happening, like some things that I'm going through right now with my construction business, then of course you are now learning that lesson. But moving forward, you won't have to worry about that lesson because it has already been taught. You learned it. Now you got to make sure that you do something different. You got to make sure that you get a different result. And from there, you will become more successful, guys. That is what life is about. When you get to the point where you have an unbreakable mindset, when you have a positive mindset, no matter if you're going through a divorce, you lost a job, you're going through bankruptcy, you're losing a business, you're losing a son, a daughter. This is life, guys. But look, your family would not want you to throw your life away because of one tragic event. They would want for you to thrive and to continue to thrive. It's just most people have never been taught how to develop a mindset that is of positivity. Why? Because it's complicated. Everybody has all these tablets and these phones. And look, for those of you that are watching this, I am proud of you for taking the time out to listen to me, to what I have to say, because I'm making sure that I'm inspiring, I'm educating, and elevating the community. This is what you should be listening to. You should not be watching the news talking about the recession or, oh my gosh, what are we going to do about jobs? Or what are we going to do about food? What are we going to do about milk for the kids? Look, stop depending on the government, stop depending on the news, and stop watching other people's lives. If you're watching Netflix, right, but you're broke, this is a problem. You shouldn't be watching Netflix. You should be creating your own story. You should be creating your own life. You should be focusing on you to become the best version of you. I promise you, when you focus on your mindset and you focus on that body, is the moment that you will be able to go out there and execute and become the best version of you. You will have the mindset and the ability to navigate through the storm, through the pain, through the hardships. But if you do not work on you mentally and physically, then I hate to tell you this, guys, but nothing will ever change. And matter of fact, I'm here to tell you when you get into a distressed situation, it's time to get busy now. It's not time to lay in the bed, to be depressed, to lay on the couch, to be sad, to be at a cookout, but you're not really there because you have all this stuff in your mind. That was one of the hardest things for me to change, guys, is how do I still do this but still be there, like fully there? So what do I mean by that? Sometimes I would go on family vacations, but I wasn't really on the vacation. I was still in Baltimore working on my business or working on the phone. I now got to the point where I structure my day each and every day. I have a calendar. I have certain goals I need to reach, certain line items I need to get done, certain amount of money I need to make. I am structured now, and when I am doing something, I am focused on that 120%. So if I'm putting that towel on the wall, I can't be taking phone calls for new estimates. I can't be on Facebook. I can't be on Instagram. I can't be watching TikTok. I can't be listening to the news because now my mind is distracted. Now I'm not fully engaged into it. Now, don't get it wrong, guys. When I'm working, I do love to listen to music, but I don't listen to music as much anymore because I listen to motivational, inspirational things. So I'm constantly listening to like Tony Robbins, Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, a lot of different influencers out there in the marketplace is mainly what I follow, is mainly what I continuously put into my mind. It's one of the reasons why I've transitioned the way that I have, because I never ever believed in traditional education. I never ever believed in the system. I never ever depended on anybody, never had anybody to take care of me. Everything that I have worked for. And even if I haven't worked for it and I borrow money from people, I still pay my people back. Nobody's giving me no money. Nobody's putting money in my pocket or interest in my pocket unless I become a lender. It's different, right? Now that's what I'm going to be doing with my students in real estate is I become the lender on the project. I'm also licensed. I can help them get licensed, help them establish their business, and I'm going to be creating all these different courses, guys. But my biggest passion right now is teaching and educating. My goal is to help each and every one of you to live your life by design, to take control of your God given ability, to walk in your purpose, to embrace the fact that you are excellence, you are awesome, you are beautiful, you are handsome, you are creative. You are needed. If no one has told you this, you are needed. Everyone needs you. But make yourself valuable, right? And when you become valuable, when you develop the skills and you gain the knowledge necessary to help someone else that might just be getting started where you are. For example, what do I mean by that? So I flip multiple houses. Literally, me creating a course that shows someone how to flip just one house, not two houses, not five houses, not 10 houses, can help that person that's never flipped a house to be able to flip at least one house. You don't need to do 10, 20, 30 the first time. You just have to do one. And then the power of one will turn into two and three and four and five. And next thing you know it, you can't even keep track anymore because you've done so much of it, or you've gained so much results and momentum from it that it's just become repetitious and it's a part of your lifestyle. That is the ultimate goal, guys. When you make it your lifestyle, is when your lifestyle will change. But it's just kind of a hobby, or you just kind of want to do it, or you just kind of want to get started, then I'm here to tell you that it's never ever going to thrive until you commit to it 120% and you do whatever it takes, guys. This is the key. You have to take massive action. You have to execute. You have to work hard. You should be working so hard that when you get home, you don't have time to watch TV. You don't have time to listen to the drama. You don't have time to be involved in the negativity. You don't have time to stand on the corner in the streets. You don't have time to hang out at that bar because you're busy, and you're so busy working on you, yourself, and your goals that you will have success. Look, and I'm going to tell you guys, for about 10 years of my life, I cut everything out. All the negativity, all the people I was hanging out with. I just grind, hustle, worked 3 jobs. I worked 3 jobs before I bought my first house. And I bought that first house uneducated. I learned a big lesson from that. Ended up going through bankruptcy, but it didn't stop me. I went back and I learned entrepreneurship, and I will never ever lose another house in my life. Why? Because I know methods and I have real life data and success from going through these hardships and overcoming those hardships to end up on the other side. And that is the power of believing in yourself. Don't expect anybody to believe in you, especially family and friends. And I'll tell you the reason why family and friends don't ever believe in you, because they've already seen you fail. And because they've seen you fail, guess what? They lost the belief in you. Who cares? Forget about them. They're not the ones. Those true family, those true friends are the ones that are there even when you go through the hardships, and they watch you thrive again, and they're involved, and they help you, and they educate you, they inspire you, they make you feel great about yourself. I have that in my life now. My life is absolutely incredible. My wife is a blessing. My mother-in-law is a blessing. My brother-in-law is a blessing. My sister-in-law is a blessing. My kids are a blessing. There's a lot of blessings in my life, but you have to build your life by design. So I hear some people telling me, Ken, you're lucky for having a wife like that. I'm not lucky. I am grateful, but I'm not lucky because I built my life. I built my life by design. Nobody gave nothing to me. Nobody gave me a handout. Nobody giving me money to start my business. Nobody's giving me nothing without expecting something back in return. I've had no donations whatsoever in my life. I've always paid back the principal plus the interest for anybody that I've ever had money from in my life. So don't make excuses, guys. Make solutions. I believe in you, but I need you to believe in yourself. Just practice those simple exercises. I will, I must, I can. Look in the mirror every day when you brush your teeth. I am so handsome. I am so beautiful. I tell my kids, I said, look, you look in the mirror and you say to yourself that there is nothing that will stop me today because I'm going 120% and I will make it happen. I will not fail. I will succeed each and every day. And from there, with this type of mindset, you will succeed. But you cannot have the mindset of failure. You cannot have the mindset of I am not worthy. You cannot have the mindset of I'm not great. You are great. And I believe you are great. Always remember that, guys. But most importantly, develop that type of mindset for yourself. What's up, Russell, man? It's good to see you, brother. All is well, man. Look, even if it wasn't, I would tell you it is anyway, because that's simply how I'm wired. I never ever stop grinding. I never ever stop hustling. I never ever stop executing. I am blessed and unstoppable. And my goal is to help everyone understand that. Like, literally, we are blessed and unstoppable. We can do things that an animal can't do. We can do things that most species out there can't do. We have emotions. We have a brain. We have creativity. We're able to reprogram this here brain at any given time, guys. I'm here to tell you that I've done it over and over again. And at any time, I will adapt and thrive in any situation. If you guys don't believe me, anyone that wants to test me, that wants to see if I can do it in a different state or do it in another country, I can show you. I can show you. Matter of fact, that's going to be one of my goals. That's what I'm going to do. I've done it here in Baltimore and Maryland. One of my goals now moving forward, see, I just came up with a new goal, is going to be to do what I do in all 50 states. And then I'm going to take what I do in all 50 states and I'm going to transcribe it into other languages and I'm going to do it all across the world in many different countries before I'm dead and gone. I'm about to be 38, guys, and I feel like I'm just getting started. That's why I've been grinding so hard from age 15 through my 20s, my 30s, to set myself up in a position where I can truly do what I desire. And that is teaching, educating, traveling, and living my best life by design. And my goal is to show everyone how to do the same. Look, guys, I hope this live inspired you. I hope you learned some things that you can implement in your life starting today, not tomorrow. And I hope that you can make it a part of your routine each and every day. And yes, Russell, it is a balance between emotions versus mind. You have to become emotionless out here, but you also have to learn how to use those emotions when they're needed, which has a lot to do with psychology and understanding different people. See, you get to a point in your life where you understand that everybody is different, and something that may not make you sad might make someone else sad. But understanding how those emotions work can really help you thrive. But also in the business world, you don't make decisions based off emotions. They're based off your mind. And what's in your mind? Data. That could be on paper, that could be in your books, that could be, statistics from the business, etc. So anyways, guys, appreciate you tuning in. For those of you that support what it is I'm doing, please love, hate this, share it, whatever you want to do with it. We got to get it out to the world. And until next time, remember, life is great. Don't be scared.